reason that we talk about this, by the way, I know a lot of black people see this and they go, man, why are you always talking about black people, this and that? Because there just needs to be some shame here.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. How are you good people doing, my American informed brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me up here. Follow me down here. Click this. It helps me. Merci beaucoup. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring in the Dropbox for you to select all notifications. Don't forget to check out the other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. And depending on who you are, and you might be watching this for the first time, if you enjoy this video and there's a little option down there for you to select hype, click the hype. What it does, it hypes this video up and it hypes it out there for people to be able to see it, especially if you're going to want somebody to see this and someone is going to give it to you raw, neutral, unbiased, with level-headedness, ladies and gentlemen. So I did a video some time ago with Nick Fuentes. If y'all don't know, he's super controversial. He actually says a whole lot of truth that a whole lot of people are scared to say. Nick Fuentes, with some of the stuff that he says, is the equivalent of what I try to tell a lot of my white friends, white associates to do and say. You shouldn't have to keep your mouth closed and keep your tongue from saying things that you want to say, all in favor of hurting somebody's feeling that might be black or hurting somebody's feelings that might be Asian or Mexican, whatever the case may be. It has everything to do with me saying you have a freedom to the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And the difference is Nick Fuentes has been doing it for a while. And I did not know this dude was from my neck of the woods up in Chi-Town. Nick Fuentes, you see this video, we need to collab, sir. Anyway, apparently he has come out with another video and a lot of folks have written me, Ty, you got to see this one right here. Without further ado, let's get ready to get right on into it.
The reason that we talk about this, by the way, I know a lot of black people see this and they go, man, why are you always talking about black people, this and that?
No, they always ask me that, Nick. I get that all the time. So does Candace Owens, so does Brandon Tatum, so does ABL, so does Jericho Green, so does the Right Winged Angels, so does Unifier TV, so does Chaotic Truth Channel, so does the Angry Man, so does Anton Daniels. A lot of us get this a lot.
Because there just needs to be some shame here. Well, there's a few reasons. First, white people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified.
Okay, I'm saying you're going to have to clarify this, sir. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified to the extent that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them. Every bit justified. And you want to know why?
Before he goes in further on this, I want to just reiterate this to folks. I talk and say things like this all the time in a way, but I always say certain black people of a certain mindset in certain regions, in certain areas. And I'm just keeping it real. And if they look up a certain type of way and talk a certain type of way of a certain mindset, not all black people, but those particular certain minded black people.
Because we see what happens. And nobody is under any obligation due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way.
Liberal ideology, all right, yeah.
If you're a white person and you're going to work or going to the ball game or going to the city at night, you don't want to enter into the Terror Dome.
He said the Terror Dome. Oh, man.
You're suddenly in a sudden death match. You're like in the gulag in Call of Duty fighting for your life all of a sudden because you got on the wrong train car. Because a car full of black people pulled up on you by the bus stop. You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night. In certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die.
Hey, yo, I know I'm laughing, but hey, he's saying facts. Whenever I go, I just got done saying something with a childhood associate of mine who I hooped against, and then I actually ended up hooping with before he moved actually back up to Chicago. And I was saying the same thing. Like when I go and meet family, like we got to go and meet here. I'm not coming to you Negroes home in East Garfield. I'm not going over there. Some might pop off. Even if it don't, the fact that I'm not going there, my risk of getting shot is 100% lessened by me not going there. We all do the same thing. Black people don't act like we don't do it. I'm out with my wife and my sons. I'm always, hey, y'all here, going across the street right here. Like these group right there, you can always see them. They already loud and talking stuff like that. There's a homeless person sitting there and already knocked the hat off his head. Let's go on across the street because I'm not even about to. They walking by and they roasting people and saying stuff to people. Let's go. Let's go on over. Let's go on. Matter of fact, go on inside of such and such. Right. Let's go inside. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. He's telling the truth though. People quit acting like y'all don't think these things and do them. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's that simple. That's pattern recognition. That's not racism.
Thanks.
That's pattern recognition. That's one. And two, I really hope, because I'm rooting for black people, like I'm rooting for humanity. I'm rooting for everybody to be safe and to be healthy and to be happy. I really hope that somewhere out there, although I'm not optimistic, black people are starting to develop some sense of self-awareness. Where's the shame? Aren't you people ashamed? When I see these clips of the graduation ceremonies where they're twerking on stage and dancing, when I see these videos of the black cheerleaders on the basketball court brawling it out, when I see the Carmelo Anthony, and not only that, but then they raise $500,000 for him and then they get a public defender. When I see that video of a black security guard rifling through the pockets of an unconscious white guy that got his ass kicked, and the list goes on and on and on. You have to ask the black people that are normally so proud, and with the chip on their shoulder, aren't you ashamed?
He's asking some legit questions, but the thing is, somebody like me that's black, I'm not ashamed because I don't belong to those group of Negroes. I'm just keeping, I say it all the time. Y'all do this whole, you might be skin folk, but you ain't kin folk. Thank you. Finally, somebody recognized that I'm a normal civilized Negro. The rest of you, you degenerates, I don't belong to you, nor do I care. Y'all act like it's a flex to say, you might be skin folk, but you ain't kin folk. Y'all act like that's a flex. Like that's supposed to be like, oh my God, I don't belong. Please. What he is saying right now is 100%. But unfortunately, Nick Fuentes, the people, those black individuals of that mindset, know they are not ashamed of that because they've been trained and groomed to be that way. They have been trained that being that way and getting positive reinforcement for doing those ridiculous, inappropriate things. They've been trained that way. So it's embedded. For example, Nick, I don't know if you know this. In the hood, a lot of times, depending on where you grew up at, girls dancing, knowing how to, back in the days, it was with Luke and all that. Pop that, hey, pop that, and then Tootsie Roll, all that. People doing the backwards butterfly and all that, the booty. Before it was a such thing as twerking is not new. It's not new. But people praise those type of actions. That's why. If you are a little kid and you're getting praises for doing something that's considerably inappropriate, as they continue on through life and they continue to do, and the people, hey, they feel it's normal. And it doesn't help them when they do it at places like graduations and things like that. You got the crowd up there. Those black individuals of that mindset are not who I belong to. Same exact way as a regular civilized white person would say, don't associate me with no trailer trash or white trash. Same thing with us.
Are you not ashamed when you see these things? Are there any black people that see this and have the slightest lick of self-awareness, of common sense, of decency to say, are you not ashamed to see these scenes play out over and over again?
We call them out all the time. And when I do, I get bootlicking, tap dancing for the white man, uppity Negro, house Negro, Porsche Negro, Sambo, Uncle Tom, Coon. All of that. It don't matter. I still say it anyway. I don't care. I call out anyway. I used to be of those Negroes.
Where's the accountability?
There is none.
And this is where that word fatigue comes in. We're just tired of seeing it. You see these clips,
So are
and
we.
you know every race of person, maybe except for most blacks, white, Chinese, Indian, Hispanic, and even liberals see these clips and they say, are you surprised? They shake their heads. They say, yep. Usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
They say, yep, that's about right.
The only difference is Nick is saying what they won't say. I do the same thing. Oh, here we go. Here go these Negroes. Here go this. Here go these hood rats. Here go these stank ducks. Here go the gut on this. Uh-huh. We all the time we call it out. All the time. Now, some white liberals though, Nick. Oh, this is just part of their culture because where they come from is embedded in them. See, if you look at the people from Africa, they do the same type of dancing over there with the booty shaking and things. So it's in their blood to do it. So it's been so, in them that they just have to express it. So they do it. I know they're doing it on top of police cars and ambulance and cars, and they're twerking on the highway on top of the roofs and stuff, but they have to get their ancestral spiritual manifestation out somehow. Stupid.
Are you not ashamed?
They're
and
not.
when are black people going to turn that around? I'm so sick of, and I think all of society is sick of hearing about all these excuses. And even the conservative blacks will give them, like Jason Whitlock is a perfect example. When I gave a similar monologue about Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony, Jason Whitlock, who's a black conservative at the Blaze, said that this is a demonic sentiment. He said the problem is a lack of Christianity or something or other. The problem is a lack of accountability.
I can roll with that. And the problem is going to be they have absolutely 100% no real involved fathers in the house. Number one reason is not having real involved fathers in the house. I'm not talking about a father just to be, I'm talking about a very involved father who's involved in every aspect of his child, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
And I think a lot of black people hide behind these various things, whether it's the liberals that say it's slavery and racism, or it's the conservatives, and they blame it on welfare, hip hop, or the Great Society.
Nope. Nick, you have not met, bro. We need to collab. You need to have me on your show. You have to talk. We have to talk, Nick.
It starts with you.
Facts.
It starts with every individual black person making choices like we all do.
That's easy. That's too easy.
Who's raising these fucking people?
No one. The streets.
Who's raising these people? So
Grandmas who got a 3rd grade education, and if not, they mom who dropped out of school when she was in the 8th grade. Don't know who their dad is. Nobody's involved. The mother's trying to be the daughter's friends, trying to be the son's friends. They all hang together. They drink together. They fight together, whatever like that. So it's very immature and very feeble-minded individuals with kids.
they're black people. It's baby mamas and baby daddies. I mean, who's perpetuating this? And who does it benefit to make these excuses and to say it's everybody else? So I see this stuff and look, yeah, we are going to call it out. We, the Americans, we the white people of America.
Not just you, black ones too.
We, the peaceful, law-abiding, tax-paying people of America are
along with the black ones in that as well.
saying, hey, blacks, get your shit together.
Blacks of a certain mindset. Blacks of a certain mindset from certain regions.
Get your fucking shit together. We are fucking tired of you. We are tired of seeing this stuff. It always seems to be you. Do you know that, and I'm just expressing what is a common sentiment. Do you know that everybody thinks that if we snapped our fingers and you all disappeared tomorrow, everybody thinks our quality of life would go up? Do you realize that?
He talking about those blacks of a certain mindset that's doing those things. Y'all, I agree. I 100% agree. Especially you were unreachable. I say it all the time. I said blacks, y'all would be in trouble if there was he said to switch. If there was a way for white people to have a switch where all of a sudden they just can click something and they had people didn't even know that all white people had a microchip in them and they can click this button and turn all whites against blacks, all blacks, it would be a wrap. It would be over quick. It'd be over less than a week. Like it'd be over.
I'm just saying it. Everyone's thinking it. When we think of what's wrong with Chicago, it's like utopia. Chicago's like a utopia. Beautiful riverfront, beautiful lakefront, concerts in the park, ball games in the park.
It is very beautiful, very, very, all sorts of culture, the international food truck fest and things like that. Beautiful and nice.
Beautiful architecture, the best food.
Yep.
You know what the one problem is with Chicago that's driving the businesses out of the Magnificent Mile? You know what the one problem is that's making the public transit unusable? You know what the one problem is that's driving richer residents from the city?
Not enough affordable housing. Not enough jobs for the young people. The guns that have feet that just walk around and shoot people like on Borderlands.
It's the crime. It's the chaos. It's the violence.
Committed by who?
And you know what demographic is almost exclusively responsible for it? It's you. It's black people. Everyone's thinking that. Everyone's fucking sick of it. And
apparently not enough, because look what's been done about it. Apparently Chicago is not fed up with this enough, because look what's been done about it. Look what politicians are in place that have no problem with this going on in Chicago, because they apparently are not trying to do anything about it.
The way that society is going, stuff is too expensive. Wages are too low. Housing is too expensive. We work too hard to then spend our hard-earned money to go to Lollapalooza, spend our hard-earned money for a fun weekend in the city. God knows how expensive it is to eat out nowadays or to take an Uber. And then to constantly have to be worrying about this. God knows how expensive it is to afford to live in a nice city like New York or Chicago. And then to have to put up with that. People are, I think now, too broke to be woke. People are too broke, work too hard just to be dealing with this kind of stuff and hear BLM and to hear these excuses about slavery and racism and the white privilege. It's enough.
100%.
So the shame will continue. The shaming of the black community in America will continue until it improves.
And I'm going to be spearheading it until, folks, and I know I piss a lot of folks off. I told y'all, for me to be put on a list with Brandon Johnson, his little circle of people that don't, if this guy comes to Chicago, y'all don't want to have him come and speak because he's actually an existential threat to our democracy. This guy was once on the domestic terrorist list. Why would you want a domestic terrorist person coming? Yeah, that's what Brandon Johnson has around his circle of people to tell other folks that have people that come there and speak. I'm on this list of his.
Yes, we will shake our heads. We will exchange that knowing glance. We will make that face. Yep. We will comment. Well. We will name and shame. We will turn and walk away. We will move to neighborhoods where you are not until it improves.
I don't think they're in those neighborhoods anyway. I mean,
and you can deal with each other.
Well, Nick, I think they're already doing that. That's the whole purpose of them having it like it is right now. That's the whole purpose. People act like when people say things to me, you in Florida, you stay in this, and then you stay here, you stay there, you can't even relate. You think I'm about to come back and stay in the hood with you Negroes? Tell me, I came from you, and you think I want to go back? You probably stay around all sorts of white people, and what does that mean? You mean take white out the way. Now, what if they were all black? Why would I be standing around all black people in these gated communities or in the suburbs? Why would I stay around all black people, right? Why? If all black people stayed around me and I say, oh, yeah, it's safe, nothing goes on, we very neighborly, why am I staying around all these? Oh, because those type of black people are civil. Those type of black people don't have music blaring in their cars and stuff all night long, and you don't hear music blaring from their house. Those black people don't have freaking crazy ghetto stuff going on where people are outside 30 cars out there and they twerking all on top of the car and screaming and yelling and all that. Duh. Who wants to live around that? That's sane.
Brandon Johnson and the teachers union and all these fucking thugs and opportunists, Jason Whitlock, all the wokesters, everyone making excuses. You can all live in Wakanda. You can keep all that black excellence for yourself. We're good.
Yes, I'm good. And y'all gonna be, look at him up here cooning the neck. Look at him up. That's all y'all got. Give me something intellectual that you can say about what he's saying is wrong and what I'm saying is wrong. Don't come with your typical bullet point, sad attempts at insult. Coon ass nigga. Look at this hot nigga. He's sucking his dick. He take. Y'all, that's all y'all can do. Because you getting pissed off because he's sitting there flaming you and I flame you. And you getting pissed off because we pulling your card. You getting pissed off because you getting this verbal spanking. And the initial response to getting disciplined is to get defensive and be mad at the person that gave you the spanking or the verbal spanking. I hate him. He ugly anyway. I'm going to run away. I can't stand him. Oh, stupid, dumb perk. But if you sit down and relax and let your conscience kick in, your conscience will say, you know they're right. But y'all don't want to do that. It's called not being accountable. Because if you be accountable, that means you got to tell the truth. If you tell the truth, that means you got to face the ones that also are in blindness or in darkness and don't see the light. And then once you see the truth, most of the time, you're going to be reactive to it, which means you're going to move on and away from that bull crap.
And you know what? I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I hope you figure it out for your sake, for our sake, but we're done. And how long before a U.S. presidential candidate gets up and identifies the problem? Because the second that candidate comes up, that person's going to win in a landslide. Because we're sick of it. We want our lives back. We want our cities back. We don't want to feel anxious all the time. We don't want to feel afraid all the time. We don't want to live in fear that we're going to wake up and someone's going to steal our car and then we might get in trouble if we respond in the wrong way. Or we're going to be on a subway and get a knife pulled on us and we're going to get ordered to the ground for defending ourselves. It's
That's
insane.
already happening.
It's utterly insane, and we all know what's going on. So I saw this Raja Jackson thing, and whatever. I mean, it's live streaming. It's professional wrestling. Who knows what's real and what's fake? The reason that it provoked this response is because we've seen the scene. We've seen it before 1 million times, and it's infuriating. And as I said, it's not just the violence. It's this almost pathological, evil, anti-human cruelty, disregard for human life, malevolence. And then listen, people get in altercations. People get in fights. Sometimes there's violence. It is what it is. We all know. This is what they do. They attack in packs. They stomp the head. That's what they go for. And it's fucking evil. And that needs to be called out. It needs to be called out by the black people. And if black people want to be loud and proud, they want to be talking about the black community, you must be equally loud in your condemnation of this kind of stuff than you are in your praise.
Nick Fuentes, you've been watching my channel, haven't you? How are you in Chicago and I'm from the Chicago area too and we not linked up? Nick Fuentes, you need to watch my channel,
when it's
bro.
the positive things. You can't have it. It's not a one-way street when it comes to that sort of thing. So
he spoke 100% facts, folks. And if most of you guys that watch my channel already know what I'm about, y'all know what I do. You know all the attempt at hell that I get when people hear me and I speak out against a lot of this craziness that goes on within the community. You see the backlash that they try to attempt to throw at me, and you see how I keep on flaming them right back. So like I said, it'd be cool one day to possibly link up with Nick Fuentes, whatever like that, to talk about some other things in regards to the way he think and why he thinks that why he thinks some of the things that he do think and where they come from. But again, him being from Chi-Town, I understand fully why he feels the way that he does. But the difference is I'm glad that he is saying what he is saying, because a lot of white folks, and I said it across my channel for many years, I said, if you guys are all up here praising me and go Ty, yeah, we need you, Ty. And I told y'all, I said, I get pissed off of y'all saying, Ty, you can say what we can't say. I'm like, what? Y'all been scared into not exercising your freedom of speech? All because you're scared to be called a racist, but yet y'all are clapping me on and watching me getting called racist stuff by white people and by black people. White people saying the same thing to me that black people saying. You're Uncle Tom. What can we say, coon? Well, I don't know about that one right there. You're a tap dancer. You're a disgrace to your race. And some of the stuff I go ahead. I've been called a coon by some white folks. I've been called Uncle Tom. I've been called a house Negro too. And then when I did get called that, I said to black people, y'all gonna sit up there and let them say that to me? I thought that was a racist term, huh? Y'all, all because of black people are calling me that. Black people are cool with white people calling me that, right? See what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, absolutely 100% truth in what he was saying. If y'all watch this video and y'all got any connection to Nick Fuentes, have him get a hold of me. This would be awesome. Let me know what y'all think by putting in the comments below this video. And don't forget to do what you guys see in this elements right here. The next video that I may be doing after this one is going to be if there are things I did as of yesterday right here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.